From now on, did you know that 40% of the population will be unable to drink water after 9 years? The average domestic precipitation in India is about 1,200, although that is about 1%, such as wet pollution, uneven distribution of water, soil resources, frequent droughts, and flood caused by industrial development have led to a prominent contradiction between the supply and the demand of water resources in India. Example of pollution. In Agra, there is village called Petga. The geological survey of India took low water for testing, and found the concentration for low fluoride exists for time the standard. That caused the villager to experience joint pain and bone deformation one after another. A fight broke out in that bundle. According to investigation, factories and residents near a lake have discharged sludge into the lake for many years. A large amount of industrial wastewater, domestic sludge, and construction waste have accumulated in the lake and made the lake water flammable.
Influence. Pollution affects not only surface water but also groundwater. According to the data from the World Resources Institute, there are more than 130 million people living in an area which have one pollutant, like arsenic or nitrates. And there are more than 20 million people living in an area which have three pollutants.
Case description. First description is Taiwan American Radio Corporation pollution case. The American Radio Company (RCA) has been accused of dumping organic solvents and other toxic waste for a long time, causing a serious pollution of the clean soil and groundwater. After investigations, it was found that the main pollutant is chlorinated compounds, which is mainly
Used in the electronic industry at that time. According to statistics in 2001, 1,375 people suffered from cancer, including breast cancer, liver cancer, and other malignant tumor, of which 216 died.
case solution. The first solution is continuous wall engineering. It causes a reinforced concrete wall under the water, under the ground, several along the pollutant to prevent the pollutant from leaking out. The second solution is biological treatment method, injecting hardening and sodium lactate into the contaminated soil to turn it become petri dish for microorganisms. Use biological to decompose tetrachloroethylene. And the second case is water pollution of Longju River in Guangxi City. The Longju River in Guangxi City, China was discharged by factory. Canyon causing to exceed the standard. Not only did a lot of number of fish die, but canyon can enter the human body through digestion. Canyon can causing
Which is mainly manifested by protein renal. common